Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. So today's video, I thought I would bring you some frugal money hacks that you can utilize in your home if you want to save money, or if you just want to be a little bit more frugal, and of course if you just want to challenge yourself, because let's be honest, sometimes you just need a little bit of a challenge. So let's just get started with this video. But before we do, please make sure to hit that like button and of course share the video to somebody who you think will really benefit from it. And if you are new, please consider subscribing to this channel. We are all about having fun while saving money, living frugally, and of course as we go on our journey to financial freedom. And if you don't believe me, check out the comments below because it is all happening down there. So feel free to hit that red button. So these are things that I'm also challenging myself, and I hope we can share other frugal tips in the comments below. So the first thing you're going to do is, instead of paying your mortgage monthly, shift to paying your mortgage bi-weekly. And that way, instead of making 12 payments a year, you increase the amount of mortgage payments that you're making to 26 a year. And that way, not only will you be able to pay off your mortgage a lot quicker, but you will also save money on the amount of interest you have to pay. But please make sure to have a conversation with your lender to make sure you're applying the appropriate rules and also not being charged an early repayment charge. So make sure you do it within the rules and save yourself some money, because the key thing here is to save money on the interest you are paying on how much you have borrowed. So please make sure to do that before you make the switch. But this is something that I personally want to do so that I can pay off my mortgage really quickly and live debt free as quickly as possible. The second thing you are going to do is record every single purchase. Now I like this because it's challenging, but when I first thought about it, I thought, you know what, who's going to carry a pen and paper around everywhere you go? But you don't have to do that. You could just use the notepad in your phone to record every time you buy something. Not only will it give you an indication of how much you are spending and how regular you are spending, but it will also enable you to shift your spending habits, because you'll realize, wait, I'm constantly buying stuff at the shop that you didn't even realize you were doing. And hopefully it will encourage you to stop spending as much. The third frugal hack that you might want to do is, if you need to use a cash point or the ATM, then consider only withdrawing cash at your bank's ATM. Now, the beauty of this is, because ATMs are all over the place, but if you only specify that you can do it at your own bank's ATM, then that way you are less likely to spend money, because that means you will have to look for the physical location of your bank. And that could be literally 2 steps away, or in some instances could be 10 or 20 minutes away. And that way it's more likely to deter you from buying things that you may not need. Another thing you can do is, whenever you come across a £5 note, you could save that. The same rules would apply if you had a dollar or a euro or whatever currency you are working with. If you come across a note with the number 5 on it, you automatically save that. And the rule is, you should never ever spend that. You'd be surprised by how much you can actually end up saving when you come across this note. But that's on the principles that you are living a more cash-based system. And if you are, consider only using cash when you are at the supermarket. So sometimes you can have a grocery budget and you can know exactly how much you want to spend. But if something catches your eye at the supermarket, you are more than likely to pick it up and pay for it. But if you know you have an exact amount of money that you have to spend and you have left your debit cards at home, you are more likely to stick to your budget, and actually you are more likely to spend less, because the last thing anyone wants at the till is to go over your budget and have to remove some things or return some items so that you can come back under budget. So consider using cash only when you go to the supermarket and see what impact that has on your budget. And whilst you are challenging yourself on a cash-based system, why not withdraw the exact amount you need to survive on for an entire week and just live off that? Now, this doesn't include, for example, your fixed costs like your utilities or your mortgage or anything like that that you need to pay off, and for the most part won't be able to pay on a weekly basis. But this is anything else that you need around the house, so your groceries, everything else that you need to be purchasing on a weekly basis. Consider just having cash and living off cash. Put your debit cards away put your credit cards away, and don't be tempted at all. You'll be surprised by how much you will save, because one of two things will happen. Either you will spend the cash really quickly, or you won't be tempted to spend all that money, and that will give you an indication that you can actually survive on much less than you anticipate. Another thing you can do to save you money is to just get rid of your credit cards. Now, I know Dave Ramsey would love this, but get rid of your credit card, as in the physical card itself. Don't pick up any more credit cards. Now, this is personal to you, and you can consider whether or not you actually want to get rid of your physical card when you are paying debt. But if you don't have a credit card, then it reduces the likelihood of you being tempted to spend it. So you might as well get rid of the card and not pick one up anymore until you are at a point where you feel like it's necessary to have one. So you'd be surprised by how much you end up saving, or how much less likely you are to pick up more debt because you don't have that credit card there. And then finally, the last thing you can do is implement a 30-day rule on your purchases. So this works out that if you want to purchase something and it's not a necessity, then you have to wait 30 days before you purchase it. And I've tried this myself. I found that if I want to buy something, especially when it comes to clothes, and I want to buy myself something, if I wait for 30 days, in fact, if I wait for 3 days, I forget about it and it completely comes out of my mind. And that way you can save money on impulse purchases or extra spending that you don't necessarily need to be doing, and that can save you a significant amount of money. So those are a few frugal hacks that you can do around your cash to save you some significant money. If you have enjoyed that video, please make sure to hit that like button. Please make sure to subscribe, and of course hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time a new video comes out. Please let me know in the comments below, are there any cash related frugal habits that you have that you think we should know as a community? Also, please don't forget to check out these videos, which will show you everything that I'm doing around frugal living and money saving. I want to share my experience and my journey to help you on your journey as well. And until the next video, thank you so much for all your support. Take care. Happy frugal living. See you tomorrow. Bye. Mwah.